It's actually right. Alright, moralgamer. What's up? I am playing Mankind Divided, and yes, I am... I really don't care about putting on a shirt today. But I do care about staying hydrated.
I have a permit. It's not like they did not see me working here all day.
Because quite honestly... it's just the way I'm feeling. Okay, so where is this blue?
See me working here all day.
Okay, so I've got a blue one. Meet Miller at the helipad. Leave this area. I guess we get to watch another cinema. Yeah, whatever. I actually would like it if I could mount my camera a little bit higher up. Something so that you're not getting that down angle at me, but you're actually getting a decent angle where it's decent angle. I mean something more straight on. Something less schlub and share, you know? Yes, I have sleeker OGs than you. Thanks for noticing. Cracking your knuckles can actually produce hypermobility, which hypermobility is actually a bad thing, because what can end up happening is that you can end up damaging your knuckles by them being entirely too.
I've seen you before, but you're not from Prague.
Papers, please.
Of course, officer.
One moment. Transmitting ID scan. Got it. Everything checks out. You're free to go.
Thank you, sir. I know it's an oppressive environment, but still, when it comes to the law, it's yes, sir, no, sir, thank you, sir. Oh yeah, we go back in the Red Queen.
Páni, jen klid, kámo. Já se do tebe motovat nebudu.
She will sell me something. Informant is above me.
Let me know if you see him, okay? His entire right arm was augmented, and his left hand.
Money up front.
Are you Vincent Black? It's me, Dobromila. Please, you... No, you are too... I'm sorry. I have made a mistake. I'm waiting for someone.
You really think you should be saying my name out loud in a place like this?
So it is you. Discretion. Right. I'm sorry. But it was your bright idea to meet here of all places. Not exactly the safest part of Prague to... You didn't mention that you were augmented in your description.
Of course not.
What difference does it
Dogs are
make?
sexy.
None, I suppose. And I don't mean to stare. It's just... It doesn't fit with your reputation.
My reputation, huh? Man's not always aware of what people say about him. What else have you heard?
People are wary of you. They say that you are everyone's enemy. Everyone's friend. They also say you are one of the few who has the courage to expose the Diwali for what they really are. I can help with that. But first, I need to know I can trust you.
What kind of trouble are you in, exactly?
You know exactly what kind of trouble I'm in. My husband, Lester, the operation, you've been digging into it. Come closer. Pretend you're kissing my neck.
Your husband runs a Diwali operation. I'm assuming there are people in here who know who he is. You don't think me kissing his wife might draw unwanted attention?
Flirting is one thing. They expect it. He cheats on me, I cheat on him. But his business is something else entirely. We must be discreet, darling. Please, I'll tell you whatever I can. Whatever you want. But not here. This isn't the time to ask questions. You understand, yes?
We should talk somewhere else.
I am leaving by train tonight. There is a secluded courtyard by the tracks. Shikashka. Go before me and I'll meet you there. I don't want anyone to see us walking out together.
You sure you'll be alright until then?
I've survived marriage to that man for this long. I think I can make it one more night. I'll be okay.
Hot tongue
I
is
just need
distracting
another
back
drink
there.
to get my courage
And
up
kinda
to loosen my
nasty.
tongue. We'll see each other soon. I promise.
Ahoy!
I'm going to get the police if this continues.
This is
Oh,
Eliza
that kind of
Casella,
private room.
reporting to you live from Picus. Exclusivity.
Meat shows. More or less. I know it's a degrading term, but you know, basically what it is. They treat people like pieces of meat.
Be careful, metal man. You don't breathe for a private room. But I guarantee
Oh, main attraction's out.
no pictures of me.
Oh, wrong one.
Chasing fucking shadows here.
Should not make so much noise. Still nothing to report.
Larry there?
What is it, Adam? Any word on what happened to Vince?
I just spoke to his contact. A woman he was supposed to meet to get info on some Diwali op. Problem is, he never showed up.
I have a really bad feeling about this. Do whatever you can, Adam, to pick up his trail. Let's hope he's alright.
He's okay. Just 6 feet under. Blooming with fish. Both of them put me in Pretsetsk. That place.
Who would even listen to that crap?
In the sewers. ridiculous.
Hate to see what these hogs have done.
Just in case people see me hacking, it's possible I get in trouble. Here it comes.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Just need to catch my breath.
Just give up!
This is why I shouldn't be doing half this crap, but you know what? Sometimes curiosity gets the best of me.
Please, I'm begging you. Shit. Tell them I was brave. Leave me alone.
Gotta ride the L with the losers again. Guys are just like, the reason they're losers is not because they're augs or anything. It's because they just ride this stinking thing whole time. I mean, you think you could mix it up a little bit. There we go. Asian dude with the shortcut. There's two black guys. One, yep. Then the one dude reading the newspaper or something like that, looks up and whatnot. Oh no, he's not doing it. He's got the baseball cap this time. I thought he was reading the newspaper, but yeah, he looks again, looks back. You want to see
Look
papers?
at this. We have a real shiny one here. What you got hiding in those arms, Clank?
This should cover the basics.
Keep your hands where you can keep them. 847? Kurva. What the fuck are you? Some kind of a super soldier?
What I am is in a hurry.
Yes. Yes, I bet you are. Go ahead, you're clear.
These guys are getting more. They're getting more and more.
What's this?
Okay, where's it? Downstairs. So how do we get downstairs?
Shit. Did you hear? Talos Rucker's dead.
Yeah, I watched him die.
I heard that somewhere, yeah.
Yeah. Pretty cool, right? Now we can get some real progress. He was making us look like wimps.
That's a little harsh, isn't it? Rucker didn't deserve what happened to him.
Something tells me our politics aren't the same, Jensen. Me, I think this whole martyr thing is exactly what we need. But, let's maybe focus on things we can agree on, huh? Like optimizing that crazy rig of yours. You got a calibrator for me or what?
You really think Rucker was the problem? That his death is somehow gonna make things better for Augs?
I don't think he was the solution. We need a new leader. Someone a little less beardy,
A little less beardy.
Someone who's gonna fight, you know? Stand up to some of these bullshit laws. You hear about the Human Restoration Act?
Yeah. If the restoration vote passes, I don't know that it's gonna matter very much who the leader is.
It's gonna be a government-mandated horror show is what it's gonna be. Men in white coats pulling out augmentations like they are teeth. Anyway, speaking of medical horrors, you ready for me to fix you or what?
This procedure. There won't be any surprises like last time.
Why is the PS4 just like taking
Last time I was
off?
surprised by your crazy tech. But now is totally different. Now I know what's under that hood of yours. And you got me the tool I need. Changes everything.
So what are you gonna do exactly?
I'm gonna optimize your system. No more worrying about overheating. No more worrying about glitches. Jensen 2.0. Sounds pretty good, right?
Alright. Please, tell me this is what a neuroplasticity calibrator looks like.
That's the one! Okay, this won't take long, I promise. And don't worry, man, I never screw up 2 in a row. Spent a lot of time prepping for this one.
Just try not to take anything.
I don't trust him.
That wasn't so bad, right? How do you feel?
I feel fine. I feel lighter.
I fixed you. Death to all your limits. Whatever implant you want to activate, you activate. 0 consequences.
Okay, that's nice.
That sounds pretty good. Thanks, Kohler. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Just get out there and make me proud. Go make use of all that cool shit. I've done everything I can for you.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Kinda curious who this guy is that's working on me. Check out the Augs. Tracker, smart vision doesn't matter. Okay, can ram targets. I've got the Tesla. I've completely updated remote hacking. don't care about the nano blade right now. Icarus would be nice. These are just... And like a fool, I got all the battery upgrades, but it doesn't do me any good. Pathfinder. I don't find paths, I make them. Where am I going anyway? Trank rifle, battle rifle. I can live with that. Screwing around. Okay, so I had two of them down there. Okay, why?
little farther. I want to make sure I wasn't followed. I think it is safe for us to talk here. Finally, together we can make Vlasta pay.
Make him pay.
Vlasta, your husband. What's this about exactly? You said you have information.
Smuggling. Weapons. Drugs. Whores. You name it, darling. All of it is heading east.
He's sex trafficking?
I have
Dude.
the address of the
Ah,
locker
cool.
where everything is stored. And I have the code to get in. You will see for yourself. And then you will do what you think is best.
You want me to shut down your husband's smuggling operation? Why?
Isn't that why you contacted me? I'm willing to help because it's the right thing to do. But it means I have to leave him tonight. Leave everything. Did you bring what you were supposed to?
I need to know a little more about who you've been talking to about me. Some of these things you say you've heard. The information must have come from somewhere.
It came mostly from Vlasta. There is no name my husband curses more often than yours. And my husband curses a lot.
Wow.
Sounds like your husband and I are great friends.
I have to admit I was a little scared. I kept telling myself, my husband's enemy is my friend. But some of the things I overheard, they didn't exactly inspire confidence. But now that I've met you, I feel like they cannot be true.
What kinds of things?
The way his men talk about you. They say there is nothing you won't do, no one you won't betray, for the sake of your own agenda.
Is this
And you
foreshadowing?
asked me to meet you at the Red Queen, of all places. And then when I saw those men listening to our conversation, I don't know. I thought the worst, I suppose. I'm sorry to have doubted you.
All this sneaking around, exposing your husband's criminal activities. How much danger do you think you're in?
I don't know. I was scared waiting inside that damn
Of
club.
course. But you also had
Paranoid.
armed guards over there too.
But I think the worst is over. I'll be out of Prague within the hour and he'll never see me again. Assuming you can pay, of course.
What else do I need to know about your husband?
Lesta is like all young Diwali. You cannot argue with them. You cannot intimidate them. You cannot appeal to their heart. All he cares about is delivering on time. And chasing after women who are not his wife.
Is that why you want to get back at him? Because of something he's done to you?
I have no illusions about who I married. I knew he was ambitious.
Ambitious?
Able to please the wrong
Yeah,
kinds of
that's
men.
what you call a drug lord, right?
But I didn't think he
He's
would turn into
ambitious,
this.
George.
This monster. I want him to test failure. To have to walk home with his tail between his legs.
If I get involved in this, there's a chance he might not walk home at all.
What you do with the information I sell you is up to you. All I care about now is starting over.
Alright, this information you have, how much do you want for it?
The price of a ticket to Berlin, with enough left over to start my new life. I believe that is what we agreed. They say Berlin is a good city for those wanting to be lost.
Here, the ticket's already been bought, open-ended. You leave when you want.
All right. Thank you. My husband owns a storage locker next to the Palisade Bank. The code is 2565.
I
It is
might
the
not want to
centerpiece
hack
of his
this one,
operation.
actually.
I hope you find what you're looking for.
Scribble it on the back of an old receipt. Two 565.
Delara, that Diwali op Vince was digging into? I've got the address of a smuggling locker he was looking for.
Maybe he's still looking. Or maybe he found it some other way. This information, you came by it how exactly?
The informant Vince was supposed to meet. I told her I was Vince.
Interesting. You never struck me as the pretending type, Adam. I always assumed what you see is what you get. I should have known better.
Point is, I got a lead. I'll let you know what I find.
I see.
I'm seeing red. Can't get you out of my head, girl. Can't get you out of my head. You be the light of my whole world. I'm seeing red. All right. Yeah, I know. As my sister used to say, who sings that song? Let's keep it that way. Everyone hates on country music, but at this point, country is just pop with an accent. That's all it is. And generally tends to be more clever about, they're talking about, we'll say relations. Like the farmer's wife go in the barn. Hey, look, there's brown chicken, brown cow. It's actually one of the dumbest songs. I don't even like it.
Right here, damn it! Get them off me! Get them off me!
Far enough, Hanzar. I need to see your paperwork. No fucking around and nice and slow.
Well,
you guys just like chill.
I'm not paid to be nice. I'm paid to make sure you fuck. Here, everything looks to be up to date. I don't know who sponsors you, but you must have some friends in high places.
Yeah.
Garbage.
Papers out, people.
I could take out every cop here.
Sir?
Okay, are you putting me behind? Okay. In all honesty, I mean, I'm really starting to resent the naturals. And this is a lot of how it is,
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied.
I'm still getting... Okay, I know how it is. So like I was saying, I mean, this whole being treated as a second-class citizen, oh. This whole being treated as a second-class citizen is very much annoying, and I can understand.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
There we go. The whole being treated as a second-class citizen and everything is just annoying. Cops and whatnot think they can stop you whenever. I can understand. I mean, this is...
Who are you?
This is a good way to explain, you know, the plight of disparaged people.
Waiting alone was part of the deal.
Vlasta, huh? What kind of deal? Why are you locked up in here?
I don't know who you are or what you want, but me getting out of here is non-negotiable. You need to leave.
I got a tip about a Diwali smuggling operation being run through here. One that may or may not involve someone I'm looking for. And headed by your friend, Vlasta.
Vlasta is not my friend. He's a necessary evil. Are you some kind of cop? I know all about cops. The ones I met in Golem were very good at introducing themselves.
I'm not like them.
Look, I'm not from here. My name is Olivier. 5 months ago, I was pulled from a train. I didn't have a ticket. They checked my name and saw that in university years ago. I was part of a radical group. 50 students, we were nothing. But it is enough for them to drag me into Golem. Since then, I have spent every minute of every day trying to get out.
Golem is a second
and
class.
now that I'm close,
basically...
you're not going to ruin it for me.
You're paying the Diwalis to be their cargo. There's got to be better ways of getting out of Prague.
Not legal ones. Not for me. Vlasta's my best shot of getting past the checkpoints. I got the rest of the money and now he's going to get me all the way to Rabia. I am not going back to Golem. Do you have any idea how bad it is?
I've been there.
Golem was hell. It is hell. I understand doing whatever it takes to get as far away as possible.
If you believe that, then you have to leave. I promised Vince I would follow the rules. If Vlasta finds you here, he'll get paranoid and call off our deal. And then he'll call Vince.
Vince? Vince Black? What's his role in all of this?
He's the one I had to pay to get to Vlasta.
You had to pay him where? When's the last time you saw him?
2 days ago, the basement of a convenience store in Davni Obvut. It was not far from the gates. That is all I know. Please, this is my ticket now. Do you understand? Promise me.
I came here to find out what happened to Vince Black. What else can you tell me about your dealings with him?
You pay these cops in Golem a lot of money and they get you to Vince's apartment. Then you pay Vince. Then Vlasta comes to pick up the cargo, so then you pay Vlasta. Vlasta and Vince, they had some kind of fight about money, about the location of this place. Vlasta's men blindfolded me and brought me here, and told me to wait. It's Vlasta! Look, nothing you do here can change the fact that the Diwalis move contraband through the city. It's what they do. It's something they'll always find a way to do. You stop this truck and others will still make it out. The only difference is that I won't be on any of them.
I need to meet Katka at the club by 9.
Katka might have to wait.
Who sent you?
I'm looking for Vince Black. Tell me whatever you know about him and we don't have to have a problem here.
He's not a threat to you. He just wants to know about Vince.
Whatever you're going to do, Vrasta, do it quick.
You wanna know about Vince? Sure, no problem. Vince and I work together. He used his agency contacts to get me merchandise. Keep Interpol off my back. But then Vince got greedy. And so I shot him in the face. Like this.
We're checking box.
You had your chance, buddy.
Draw his attention. Start spraying! Move your book!
Where'd he go? No! Fucking Uyobo!
The Uyobok's still here! Mess him up!
I'll shoot him in his
I'm gonna
face.
kill me a canner!
Which way did he go?
Necessary evil. There's one more out there.
Was that you?
Walking out with or without your permission, dude. You guys and your shotguns. I'll take your frag grenade. These are some very well lit. There we go. Some very well lit This is exactly what it was.
Do you meet the capo yet?
Why do you have to be like that, huh?
Killed Olivia, or however you said her name.
If it does, then we'll all hear about it. What the? Wait.
I don't want trouble, dude.
Delara, I found Vince. You were right to have a bad feeling.
What are you saying, Adam? Is he...
Yeah.
He should have been pulled months ago. It's all over his profile. Vince lost his edge. A person tries to be two things at once, sometimes he ends up not being either of them. He becomes lost.
I'll take your word for it. I'm gonna let you be the one to break this to Miller.
Right. Of course. Be careful out there, Adam.
So he was shot in the face, which we all know. I don't use stun guns. I use pistols and tranq rifles. Occasionally a sniper rifle. Which reminds me, I have one Praxis. Let's burn it. Now where's my strength? Don't know what I'm going to do with my load, but I tell you what, it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. No.
Not much going on.
I was hoping for a little more party action here. This is definitely not as advertised.
All right. Done. Red Light District, because even Augs have needs, right? What?
Look out.
Who else will take care of it?
0, 1, 4. Favor, now.
Hate to see what these Augs have done.
So let's go find out about the person who was murdered near where I'm supposed to live. If you want to call it living. By the way, I'm excited for the release of Metroid Return to Samus. They're redoing Metroid 2, The Return to Samus. Updated graphics and everything for 3DS. I don't usually play 3DS games, but I gotta play this one because I love Return to Samus. It's the only Metroid I've beaten multiple times. Just loved it. Got it as a kid. Actually, it's kind of funny because I got it from Kool-Aid. They actually did a thing back in the day where you could basically get whatchamacallit. You'd basically get from Kool-Aid like Game Boy games for cheap if you collected so many Kool-Aid taps and whatnot.
Did you see what they did to her?
Why are we drawn to such?
So that was like, dang. So yeah, I got that one for like $5.
News just keeps getting worse.
You know who? By now?
Johnny's not going anywhere. What?
This doesn't concern you.
Johnny's
You can't let them get away with this.
Have to tell us.
I was given the same
I'm
order
not
as you.
Montag. I don't need your help.
I know all about our...
I recognize you. We're neighbors. I've seen you in our building. You're very difficult to miss. By chance, did someone send you to investigate?
No, no one sent me. What happened here?
It's horrible. An augmented woman was killed, just outside of where we live. She looks like she was my age.
Whoa!
Do you have any idea who she was?
They tore her legs off.
I've never seen her before. It's so sad that nothing will be done about this.
She
All
definitely
victims
would
are
have
not
bled
high
out
on
for
the
that
list
one,
of
yeah.
priorities. To them, it's like a dog lying in the street. You're not a cop, are you?
I was a cop once. Old habits die hard.
In America?
Yeah, Detroit. It was a long time ago.
I bet you have a lot of experience. You're used to this sort of thing.
No, you never get used
you?
to it.
What's your interest in all this? Morbid curiosity?
God, no. I want nothing more than to go home. Detective Montag, he's making me stay. He thinks I saw something.
Did you see something?
Maybe. I think I would rather not say, to be honest. Because if I had seen something, and if I started talking about it, wouldn't that put me in danger?
You may not think much of the police here. I may not think much of them either. But that doesn't mean you should hold back information.
They don't have it in them to protect me. They have neither the will nor the courage.
Fine, stay in my place.
As it may. Still probably your best hope for helping to catch the killer.
I know. It's just that I don't trust the police. I would feel safer with someone like you. You have more reason to be invested in this than they do. You're augmented, like the victim was. And you look like you could actually protect me.
It's not my case.
But maybe you could help. Please, neighbor. Talk to Detective Montag. At least see how it's going. Make sure he doesn't think he's on vacation just because the victim is an Aug.
I'll talk to the officer in charge and see where he is with the investigation. If I can help him, I will.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Suppose I end up remembering something later. Is there a way for me to contact you?
You planning to run off on me already?
The first chance I get. There are times for standing in the cold, but this isn't one of them. I just want to go home, bolt the door, and never come out again. Of course, I will wait for Detective Montag to say it's okay first. And I'll still try to answer
her
whatever
augmentation?
questions you may have.
Human hands. She's got the one thing on the
You
forehead.
should feel free to use it if you have to.
Thank you, neighbor. Talk to you about what happened.
How come she talks to him and not to me?
I got nothing else to say.
Uh-huh.
So, Daria was actually talking to you, huh? I could barely get 2 words out of her. What did she say? Did she see anything?
You mean your witness over there? She's not sure yet.
How can she not be sure? Either she saw something or she didn't.
She's scared. She thinks she might be in danger. I told her she'll be fine and that whoever did this would be caught. I like to believe that's true.
Sure, so would I. But as you can see, the victim was like you, augmented. That makes things a little more complicated, eh? Being a cop in this city, it's not always about doing the right thing. Or about doing things the right way.
I was a cop for 12 years. I know all about getting bad orders. The difference between what you're told to do and what you know is right.
Tell me about it. So, how did you reconcile yourself with those kinds of orders?
I quit.
I'm 2 months away from the beach. I'm not quitting. But I respect your idealism.
Got a friend.
I work for Interpol now.
Interpol, huh? Listen, off the record, I've been told to forgo any unnecessary investigation. I want you to know, it's not my idea of how things should be done.
Who told you to forego the investigation?
Men who spend more time making policies than arrests. They want the victim's husband, Johnny Gunn, ex-PMC operative. Heavily augmented.
All right. So if you're not comfortable with this, if you know things aren't being handled the way they should, why not do something about it?
I thought I just did. Just because my hands are tied doesn't mean Interpol can't conduct a parallel investigation. Crime scene's right over there, and Johnny lives just a couple of blocks from here.
I never said I was going to work your case for you.
Sure you did. Isn't that more or less the promise you made your little friend over there? She won't talk to a cop because she doesn't trust us. Smart girl. Look, my orders are to arrest the husband. You take a look around. Get to Johnny before my guys do. Who knows? Maybe we'll actually learn something.
I'll let you know what I find.
Careful of the evidence.
Interpol.
Away from
Who
the
do they think
crimes,
they are?
sir.
There are cutting marks. If it's forcibly removed... Okay. There should be tearing marks if it's forcibly removed. If it's cutting marks, that means it was lopped off.
Just because Montag trusts him doesn't mean I do. Fuck walking this beat.
Okay.
I have some questions for you.
I will cooperate. You have promised to help, and so I will try to help as well.
What were you doing here?
I was looking for Starlight, my cat. There was lightning and suddenly this flash of certainty. That's when I knew something awful was happening.
Where were you
Flash of
exactly?
certainty?
In the shadows. My head was down. I couldn't move. Oh God, stupid
Okay,
Daria.
again, what is her
I shouldn't have
augmentation?
gone out today. The energies were all wrong.
The Vic lost left and
Is there anything else I should know about you?
left arm,
You want
both
to know
legs.
about Daria? What is there to tell? Small town girl came to the big city to escape her problems, to try and become someone else.
Did it work?
Not really. You can't escape yourself. You can't just come to a big city and expect all your problems to seem smaller. It doesn't work that way.
How did the attack happen? What was the killer doing?
He was on top of her, cutting the evil out. That's what he called it. I mean, I think.
So you heard his voice.
Very clearly, yes. He sounded confident, authoritarian, like a general commanding
Cutting the
troops.
evil out.
What did he
Sounds
say
like a
exactly?
naturalist cult.
It is time to make you whole again.
Can you remember anything about what the killer looks like?
To be honest, I saw more of the shadow than the man. I remember he was very big. The shadow, it covered everything.
So you can't describe him.
Not the face, no. His clothes, he was wearing something very dark. Black, maybe blue.
Was he augmented?
He moved like an augmented man, but I can't say for sure.
Why is it you don't trust the police to take care of this case?
I have bad memories of the police.
What kind of memories?
Get calls I didn't want. Tickets I didn't deserve. The policemen here are worse than children. Former captains of high school sports teams who will never recapture their years of glory.
I was captain of the debate team in high school.
Yes, well, debate is different.
What's your take on Montag? You ever meet him before tonight?
I went to the station once, years ago, to complain about the ticket. Detective Montag is the one they send you to handle the paperwork.
Okay.
He did fine. The point is, he's a desk jockey. Look at him. He's lost out here. The cops who know how to catch killers...
He's on
they're not the
Facebook.
ones sent to investigate murdered ox.
I'm gonna do what I can to help the investigation.
Good luck.
There was a hack job. They were removed. Now I get it. I know this is disturbing, but...
already.
Okay, what am I missing?
I think he found something.
Augmented eyes, maybe? Well, the victim has her eyes. So, bearings, perhaps?
They love to tear us apart.
Yeah, thought as much.
Can't believe we got stuck down here.
Give it a rest, huh?
Guys are trampled all over the scene. It's gotta be like a
Best to be careful.
footprint or something.
You want me to keep giving you updates every few minutes?
I have some questions for...
She was pressed.
I got nothing else to say.
Pretty obvious what
Doesn't
happened.
it feel like something is about to happen?
Broken glasses.
Are you a journalist?
No,
Okay.
but she was. And she had enemies.
I hear there's been a series of these.
Tabloids write that shit to sell copies. No, this was political. It's always political.
Fuck walking this beat.
Yeah, thought as much.
Gruesome, isn't it?
Oh, come on. Take your iPhone and shove it somewhere useful.
Who'd you piss off to pull this booty?
Uh-huh.
Something is going to push them into attacking us.
You think I don't know what's going on here?
guess we could just shoot any hog we see.
Possibly some squatters there.
If it wasn't for Johnny, I might have faked you for this.
Okay. So someone used an EMP that would have disoriented her, and after they used the EMP, she would have been down for a moment. Her legs would have buckled, she would have fallen. There was no head trauma, so what they probably did from there was, was she dead or alive when they pulled the Augs out? Said they wanted to purify her, but they strangled her.
Nice equipment.
Like I am not a citizen here.
Talk to Johnny Gunn. Okay. So she would have gone down at least to her knees, possibly on the ground. She would definitely hurt her right hand, because that's a lot of weight falling on the right hand. After that, she her assailant wanted to remove the evil from her, which means he's a fundamentalist in some way. Fundamentalist for naturals, not for Augs. So, given his predilection towards that, if he was augmented himself, he would have had to have stayed back when that EMP went off. Otherwise, it would have disabled some of his Augs.
Can't even trust.
But if he was natural, he could have been close and been okay.
Wouldn't treat a dog like that. Hello?
Mimo tady ve městě. Nic nevidí, zatím.
So wide.
Where are you going?
It's become impossible to cross.
Did you bring anything to drink? You bust into a man's home, you should at least bring a drink.
Are you Johnny Gunn?
That's right. What do you want?
Have you heard about your wife?
Which one?
Excuse me?
I've been married a bunch of times. Which wife are we talking about?
Angela's dead. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you.
He's drunk. I don't want to get him
found her
pissed
body
yet.
in an alley.
Yeah, well, you're not the one to tell me, so I appreciate your way of trying to break it to me, though. Do you know if she died quick or not?
Lie.
No, I don't.
Because she did not.
Angie didn't deserve to suffer.
She did.
So you
I
did
can
know
guarantee
already.
that.
Your detective friend called, told me to sit tight and wait for you, so here I am, sitting tight, being cooperative.
You don't seem too broken up about Angela's death. She was your wife, wasn't she?
Ex-wife. We were divorced.
Is that supposed to explain why you don't care?
People die. Whether or not I care is between me and my memories of them. It's got nothing to do with you.
What went wrong with your marriage? If you got divorced, then obviously something did.
What are you, 5? Adults get sick of each other. The ones that don't are just pretending. Lock any 2 people in a room, and they'll learn to hate each other sooner or later. It's the most natural thing in the world. I'm actually surprised Angie held out as long as she did. You know, people say I'm not very easy to like.
I can see why.
You don't say. So Angela left you, and you resented her for it.
Resented her? No. That's not who my resentment is directed toward right now.
You resent me? Because I'm trying to figure out who killed her?
Because you're treating me like a suspect. Because you're acting like you care more about her than I do. And mostly because you're the first human being to walk into my apartment and talk to me in almost a year. A year! And this is what we're talking about. I resent the situation.
Anything else come to mind about Angela?
At night, her hair used to get in my nose and make it itchy. It was annoying, but nice.
That's like just night and day.
Is that a bell tower patch on your jacket?
Yeah, so?
Let's just say I'm familiar with bell tower.
What does that mean? Familiar how?
It doesn't mean anything. It's just that I dealt with the company a while back, that's all.
Really? You know, you look familiar. We didn't work together, did we? Did you know Girardelli? Or maybe Powell?
No, I doubt I knew them personally.
That's too bad. We were all in New South Wales together. I thought maybe you... Never mind. And they're all doing fine now. Relatively.
Australia. You were there during the Civil War?
That's right. And that was only the beginning. Not my first choice, believe me, but, Bell Tower wasn't all that big on choice. Send you where they want, make you do what they want, replace parts of you whenever and however they want.
I didn't choose to be augmented either. Not when it first happened.
Apparently we're supposed to be grateful. Alloy's so much better than skin, right? At least, that's how they sold it to me.
For some things it is. Not for everything.
I can walk through fire, but sand won't stick between my toes. I can shove a knife through my hand, but I can't trust what I feel. Even my dreams are made of alloy.
Both of your hands are made of alloy?
Fingers are for human beings, Mr. Gunn. What you have is so much greater.
Oh, that
And
sucks.
they told me what they want me to do, and what would happen to me if I didn't. Well, let me tell you something.
I would
It's not me
hate to
anymore.
lose the ability.
Hasn't been for a very long time.
I know
They
people
found a
hate
partial print on
the
Angela's
current
neck.
president, but
Belongs to
something that was
whoever strangled her.
interesting.
My hands
There
were
was
designed to kill in wars no one's ever heard
a
of.
Marine who had neural
I couldn't
damage.
leave a trace on someone's
Couldn't
skin,
feel human
even
touch
if I
from
wanted to.
most of his body.
They did it so you could
And
kill
so
her.
the president actually
So
touched
they
him
never
on the
get caught.
face. You know,
Ironic,
just
right? being a good killer is
Human
probably
contact.
what saves me here. Or, you still think I killed Angela?
That's what this guy is going through.
I'm sorry for what Bell Tower did to you.
Don't be. They gave me tools they wanted me to have. That it was in their interest for me to have. But the decision to use them, that was all me. Now, if you don't mind, I'd very much like to be left alone. You got me mixed up with someone else. Happens all the time.
Unequivocally false. The goal of the legislation is to ensure that they are as safe from us as we are from
Need
them.
more beer. Why don't they deliver?
But I have many friends who are. And most of them
If
are
you
afraid
don't
to
mind,
walk outside of their home
I'd like to be
now,
alone.
Because if they do, the level of hatred and suspicion
99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer.
and the Human Restoration Act can give.
This guy is... I'm not gonna swipe his neuroprosine. This guy is
98 bottles of beer
If
on
there
the
is a
wall,
tomorrow.
98 bottles of beer.
There's your beer, dude.
Unbiased and impartial reporting. And now for a close look at the events making headlines around the world. Here are our top stories. Investors around the world today rejoiced at a decision by the Czech Republic. Bank Corporation. Located in Prague, the bank's iconic blade facilities hold the largest and most secure data archive.
Beer on the wall, something beer.
Astronomical number of attempts. But you join me, folks.
The dude is like... That is a very depressed man. That is a very depressed man. He's got some serious issues. Like I said, I could not imagine not being able to, you know, I could hold my child, but I couldn't feel them. And all they'd feel for me is cold. I couldn't imagine that. No. Obviously, as a gamer and whatnot, there's the thought that, hey, oh yeah, it'd be cool to be augmented. But you look at stuff like that and you're like, what are these guys going through? You gonna stop me?
Wrong fucking line, head.
No trouble, right?
I don't want trouble.
Are you going to be a problem?
I seriously don't want trouble. There are more of you than me right now.
Cože, nějak jsem tě neposlouchal.
Připomínáme, že v Praze až do odvolání platí stav nouze.
hope he suffered.
She'll gather up.
You think I don't know what's going on here?
By the way, I told Daria to go home. I really don't think she saw anything.
Alright, I have some questions about the murder.
Before we go any further with this, I need you to know something about Johnny Gunn. He's not a good man. I may not like how my bosses are targeting him, but that doesn't mean he's innocent. So, you know, just make sure you're here for the right reasons.
Why else would I be here?
I don't want this to turn into some kind of crusade. Bad men do bad things. In a perfect world, we arrest them for the right reasons, but the world's not always perfect.
You'll only arrest the victim's husband if the evidence
I'll hold my guys off for as long as I can. But unless you can prove someone else killed Angela, or at the very least that Johnny didn't, I don't have much choice. That's why I'm trusting you to talk to him. Give me your honest opinion on what happened here.
Yeah. Why are you trusting me exactly?
Because you gave me the impression of being qualified. Because I'm big enough to admit that maybe I can use the help, and between you and me, because the thought of confronting a man like Johnny Gunn scares the shit out of me.
Of course it does, dude.
Too long. And of all the ways to go out, eh?
What do you mean?
I mean being assigned a case like this. It's HQ's little joke before sending me off to retirement. Oh, but don't worry about me, eh? I'm a survivor. I can make it through this.
This case is a joke to you?
I didn't say that. I said it's a joke to HQ.
That's what he said.
I know I haven't left my desk in years, but that doesn't mean I'm not qualified. Just a little rusty.
People hold...
Yes, and?
Well, good thing the cops here are such professionals. Part of being a police officer is treating everyone the same, right? Og or no Og.
Of course.
It's not that simple, and you know it. A police force isn't some abstract ideal of what justice and law should be.
Well,
it's
police
an instrument of those in power.
Literally comes from the Greek term police,
Reflection
meaning
of the society
city.
it protects.
I haven't been seeing a whole lot of protection out there.
Well, that depends who you ask.
I'm here because I don't like the idea of someone killing people right outside my window. Maybe he's out there right now, targeting that poor witness. Or maybe he's just looking for any chance to do it again.
Fair enough, Mr. Interpol.
Did the killer leave anything behind? Does anything strike you as odd?
I don't know. It's a murder, you know? Doesn't matter if you look at it sideways or upside down. It's never going to look normal.
I'm assuming you know her augments were harvested. The marks on her body make it seem like the killer knew exactly what he was doing, knew exactly what he wanted.
Maybe Johnny wanted something to remember her by.
Doubt that,
or
no.
maybe someone found a dead body and started cutting.
No.
There's a lot of scavengers around here. To them, taking an arm is like taking a wallet.
I found a broken needle stuck in the victim's shoulder. The killer might have drugged Angela before killing her.
No, I don't think so.
Needle, huh? In which shoulder?
The right shoulder, why?
It's probably nothing. I just remember this other cop, Smolinski. He had this theory about a copycat. Someone following in the footsteps of an old murderer named, Svobotka.
You think there's a connection to another case?
I don't know yet. Some of the things you've been noticing, I'll be honest, they're starting to sound very familiar. Someone like you would probably say it's worth looking into.
And how would I do that?
Smolinski died in that police station bombing. If any of his files survived, they would have been moved into temp storage, across the street from the bombed-out station. Who knows? Maybe Smolinski found something that can shed light on this mess.
Possibly.
I found a print on Angela's neck, next to the contusion marks. It's a partial, so I don't think we can match it to anything. But at least we know the killer left something, and that she was strangled.
Huh.
Yep.
A fingerprint. I must have missed that one. This is exactly the kind of evidence I'm talking about. No way Johnny could squirm his way out of something like that. If only we could link it.
I don't think it's Johnny.
Do you know if the victim had any enemies?
I know she and Johnny didn't get along. Other than that, I really couldn't tell you.
Tell me about the victim's husband, Johnny.
He used to work for a private military company, Bell Tower. He's been arrested for all sorts of things in the past. Now, don't get me wrong. I believe in evidence. But I also believe in playing the odds. 9 times out of 10, the husband did it.
Why are your superiors so eager to pin Johnny for murder?
Because it makes it an open shut case. If it goes on longer, you have to spend money, plus it
guys like Johnny.
creates unrest
The
if
way they
somebody
see
is...
it, you send a man like him into Golem City, and he's liable to go off the grid, end up with Ark or God knows who. He becomes 10 times more trouble than he's worth. But
exactly.
If they can charge him with something big, something like murder, well, suddenly he's no trouble at all.
Then you can retire him.
I spoke to Daria. She's able to confirm that the suspect is male. Other than that, she's all over the place. I think she's pretty shaken up.
Yeah, well, can't blame her. I would be too. You seem to have made a good impression, though. Ever since you got here, she seems different, calmer. You know, I met my first wife over a crime scene.
No, I'm not
Let
hunting
me give you
for...
a very important piece of advice, eh? Never marry the ones you save.
Absolutely.
Anything I should know about the scene? Anything jump out at you?
The dismembered body jumps out at me. Keep in mind, I've been behind a desk for the last 12 years. It all jumps out at me.
I know this is a lot of exposition.
I found this press ID on the victim.
Okay, enlighten me. We care about this... why?
Angela Gunn was a journalist. Maybe this is work-related. Maybe she uncovered something she wasn't supposed to.
Maybe. I don't know.
I think that's the better one.
I found what looks like a grenade fragment. EMP by the looks of it. Killer might have used this to incapacitate her.
Interesting. Johnny wouldn't need an EMP to take down his wife. Riot police use EMPs to re-establish public order around here. With all the AUG riots, anti-AUG riots, it wouldn't surprise me if that's all it was. Still, interesting.
I found this piece of glass near the body. A pair of broken glasses, maybe?
I don't know what to tell you. We're in the back alley of a major city. There's bound to be broken glass.
I think I'm finally ready to shed some light on Angela Gunn's murder.
That's good news. My bosses are eager to know why I haven't arrested Johnny yet.
The truth is, we're not even close. Not yet.
Why do you say that? What about Johnny? The more I think about all this, the more I can't shake the feeling. Johnny Gunn killed his wife.
Look, I didn't find who the killer is. Sometimes you have to admit there just isn't enough to go on.
Not
But
yet.
the pieces don't fit. Not yet, anyway. But I do know Johnny Gunn didn't kill his wife.
How can you be sure?
Remember that partial print I found on the victim's throat?
What about it?
Johnny Gunn hasn't had fingerprints since the Australian Civil War. His hands are made of alloy. If he had strangled her, he wouldn't have left a smudge.
Yep.
Alloy, huh? Shit. So, where does that leave us exactly?
We followed the evidence we had. This is where it led us.
So
nowhere.
I'm not sure exactly.
If it was a crime of passion,
they're just not ready to be put
usually
together.
there's not a declaration, a clear declaration.
All right. That should be enough for me to get the rope off Johnny's neck. But it doesn't help me solve anything, does it? I mean, unless we learn more, there's no one I can drag in for this.
Let's just hope learning more doesn't mean having to meet over another dead body.
Hey, rookie! Get over here! It's time to wrap this up. Daddy... all right. Let's call it a night. Get some...
I guess at this point in time, I have to...
What do we do about Johnny Gunn?
Forget him for now. Forget everything.
Sir?
I have no idea who did this, and neither do you. That may scare the shit out of me, and it may piss some people off, but it's the truth.
Yes, sir.
And would someone...
Okay, this is like Prague, and you've got black police officers. I mean, that just seems a little strange to me.
Please, get me a damn coffee.
Daria, are you there?
Is that you, neighbor? Are you checking up on me? It's very sweet. Are there any leads?
We spent most of our time eliminating suspects. I still don't know who killed Angela.
Is that supposed to make me feel better?
No, but it's the truth. Just try to be careful. Keep a low profile. If anything happens, if you ever think you're in danger, you know how to reach me.
Thank you, but let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Okay.
Státní policie kontrolní body prověřovat doklady. Mějte prosím připravený průkaz totožnosti.
Leave area. Okay. Don't marry the ones you save. Honestly, I don't want to get involved with her. If she wants to crash on my couch, that's one thing. But no. Oh, hey, what's your name again? Berit?
Hate to see what these hogs have done.
Leave me alone. You have no right to touch me.
So you found the bomb maker. Linked everything to Ark.
Not exactly.
Jesus, Jensen.
We did find the bomb maker. Allison Stanek, a local resident. We have her in custody now. But she told me she'd made dozens more bombs before we arrested her. And she delivered them to Viktor Marchenko.
So it was Ark?
A splinter faction inside Ark. I'm telling you, Miller, something more is going on here. Stanek told me Marchenko has a base of operations in the Swiss Alps. A research facility called Garum. That sound like something Ark has the resources for to you?
I'll contact McCready. Get him and a few analysts to work up a plan.
We need to move on this now. Chicane and I can fly there and back, get a lay of the land, while Mac and his team do the research.
Really? Got it all figured out in that clockwork head of yours.
Shut up, dude. Just fly me there.
I'm in.
You got enough fuel to get to Switzerland?
To get us there, sure.
Fine. Do it. But this is recon only. Do not engage. Contact me the minute you have something.
Recon only.
You've proven yourself so far on this one, Jensen. Don't screw it up.
Copy that. Miller's not used to giving compliments, is he?
He's getting static from the brass. They're starting to riot in Gollum over that shit with Rucker. I'm sure he doesn't blame you. Much. Anymore.
What do you think?
I think tracking that bomb maker was some fine work. If the intel you got from her stands true, Gollum City will be the least of our problems. So what do you say we go find out how deep in it we are, right? You all set?
When we first talked, you told me that your limp kept you honest. That's an interesting way of looking at an injury.
Your preamble's as thin as soup, man. Don't dance around it, just ask it.
Why aren't you
curious? We've all got a story.
No, that's not it. What you really want to know is, do I hate him? The man that tore out my knee. His name was Lachlan Beats. He was a laborer. Worked in the mines up near Bendigo before everything went to
This is kind of weird because this guy almost sounds like Irish, but he's black.
He thought he
but
had
he,
to do
you
in
know,
order
black
to provide
Irish.
for his family. See, back then,
Heard of white
nobody
Russians,
could
but never a
compete
black
with you
one.
Ogs
I mean,
who
it's
came to
just
manual labor jobs.
weird.
So, he made a choice, if you can call it that.
And his choice changed your life. You don't resent Beats for what happened?
What I resent are the men who coaxed men like him to get augmentations. Men who enforced a system where the rich could buy artificial expertise without thinking about what it would cost all of us in the end. No, I don't resent him. At least not anymore. I was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time. Story of my life. So look, on that sunshiny note, what do you say we put some miles behind us?
Yeah, I don't have any unfinished side missions. Come to think of it, I cleared them all up except for the parts where I had check boxes, and it's like the mystery Augs is the only side missions I have right now. But even then, that's like nothing.
I'll keep us beyond visual range and engage DRFM jamming. Scan the facility from the air with...
Negative. We're gonna find out what's being planned. We're gonna get inside.
Crazy. We have no way of knowing what's in there.
I'm tired of flying this limousine around. Did you say you wanted to get back in the action?
Fine. Not setting us down.
might not be setting us down, but...
No sign of trouble you call me. Just want to have a loud
Of course, if you use an Icarus system, you only attract attention. A level 1 security.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
You really must avoid taking those wrong turns. A little taste, so at the end you understand what you're interfering with. Give my regards to Talos.
I thought there'd be more blood. You said Walker was covered in it.
Racker had more meat in him than this one. Maybe that's the difference.
But you're sure he'll die?
The Orchid has no mercy. His end will come. It will be slow, and it will be painful. Just time enough for a man to think on his sins.
Yeah. If he found us, it means the facility is compromised. We should move out.
No. We were warned that this one was coming. We have time before they start searching for him.
If you are certain, what about your friends from Ark?
Those fools have outlived their usefulness. Let them drink a little more, and dose them with more. Dump the bodies with this one. Enough of this dead weight. You carry him now. This is as far as I go.
You're flying back to Prague?
I need to meet with those Dvali peaks. Get them to accelerate the timeline so our shipment clears customs immediately.
They will want more money.
Smugglers always want more money. The Dvali won't get it.
So the men and I should stay here and proceed as planned?
Brown confirmed everything with Bikers last night. Date and time.
I am interested. Okay. Still alive.
End of the line for you, friends.
They didn't strip me or anything, did they? Because I should still have my tools, weapons, biocells, etc., etc.
Chicane. Chicane, come in. How long have I been out? Miller, it's Jensen. I can't raise Chicane.
Jensen? What's happened?
I walked into an ambush. Chicane could be in trouble.
Fuck. I'll see if I can raise him. Was it Marchenko?
Him and the gold-masked mercs from Dubai. They're in it together, posing as Ark. Marchenko admitted poisoning Rucker.
I'll call Leon. See how quickly they can get a team there. You stay low and find the exit.
Copy that. But these guys think I'm dead. Maybe I should take advantage of that and have a peek around. Might find out more about him.
Yes! They totally skipped disarming me. Oh, I see. Spam is 100% chance.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Dang it. Okay, so that's how I was supposed to come in. Okay.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Oh, that was so close.
Everything? Seems light and not the horse guys.
Yeah. Most of the heavy artillery is already on its way to the target location. We all set. Me too. Let's get ready for deployment. You're starving. Get under the table. Yep.
Okay.
Like the man said, you can hurry, but don't be sloppy.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Come on.
Access granted.
Can't wait to give some of these bad boys a chance to do their thing.
Some of the men are worried the press will explode.
Three more to go, and then I'm off to Bedford. Sneaking ammo out.
I don't think I've been spotted at all yet. Let's do it.
Did I remember to pack the science program?
Anomaly detected.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
And warning.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
You guys don't have any...
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Okay. Because that did not set off any alarms or notify anyone. Come on, buddy.
Nobody better mess with us, that's for sure. So that's what the powder milk was.
I do not know how I'm going to get in there.
There are many like it. This one.
shooting range immediately.
I can't wait to torch this place. Everything we need.
Perimeter detail reports west side all clear.
All right.
Perimeter detail reports south side all clear.
I need to somehow get over there without being seen.
Perimeter detail reports north side all clear.
Take cover! Mark is online! Navigate him!
Okay, I'm done. That was almost this close to being in without getting caught. Arrgh. Alright, thanks for watching.